Good morning, this is my Shaman Oracle reading for Thursday. Today I like to continue with the Dream Symbols deck. I think the last reading was about home and house. So today it continues with the card Illness. Mental health can affect our dream state in many ways. Disrupted sleep can provoke anxiety and depression in a person, whether or not they already have these conditions. People living with depression can more quickly enter the REM stage and stay in it longer than is optimal. And during this stage, our rational thought is in overdrive and dreams can become distressing. But what about physical health? Having a fever or being sick in waking life can also affect your dreams, sometimes triggering nightmares. These fever dreams occur because your higher body temperature can disrupt your sleep, including the REM cycles. If your dream contains someone suffering from an illness, think about how different emotions affect you physically in waking life. Dreaming of sickness can also be a reminder to look at your coping mechanisms and see what needs mending. So consider who around you in your dream was sick, the emotions you felt, and what role you played in their healing process. Being ill, especially with a chronic condition, can take up a lot of time and emotional energy. Your dreams may be providing insight on how you are able to cope during this time. So ask, who was ill and was it you? What part of the body was affected? How was the illness healed? And what areas need nursing in your waking life? The next dream is about imprisonment. There is a common thread that runs through dreams of being imprisoned, being locked away because of a criminal action you did or you didn't do. What were those crimes in your dream, and how could they symbolically relate to something you are going through in your waking life? Think about the emotional relationships in your life, partnerships, work, and family. Are you feeling confined or wronged in any way? What are ways you can free yourself from these emotions? Perhaps you were a family member or a friend of the imprisoned person, and now you are feeling helpless. In that case, think about what assistance you can provide. In the United States, more than 2 million people are incarcerated each year, more than any other country. Having nightmares and other symptoms of PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, is common for people who have been incarcerated. So if you are suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, finding a trained therapist can be beneficial. Ask, who was imprisoned in your dream? What caused the imprisonment? Did a person in prison ever get released? And were in your waking life, are you feeling restricted or maybe trapped. The next dream symbol is about keys. Keys are symbolic of knowledge, of power, and also of responsibility. Think about those who are given the keys to the city, or St. Peter holding the keys to the gates of heaven. The cards in the Major Arcana portion of a tarot deck are also considered keys to unlocking different archetypes and stages of your life's journey. In order for keys to fulfill their potential, they must have something to open. What was your dream key connected to, and were you able to actually use it? Understanding what you were trying to open and how much effort it took can help you solve some of the problems and the mysteries of your waking life. Finding the key is the hardest part, but you are almost there. Ask, what did the key lock or unlock in your dream? Who held the key? Who was behind the door, or what was behind the door? And what's a problem you are working through in your waking life? Now we come to the dream symbol knots. Knots have been a part of spiritual ceremonies across cultures and religions. These includes weddings by tying the knot, and in an ancient Celtic tradition known as hand fasting, a couple binds the hands with a braided rope and exchanges their vows. During the Saptapadi ritual in the Vedic Hindu wedding ceremonies, the couple's garments are tied together as they take 7 laps around a sacred fire. Knots have deep theological significance in Jewish worship, specifically in the Talit, a prayer shawl. The 613 knots tied to the shawl's 4 corners remind the wearers of the 613 commandments in the Torah. And ancient Egyptians, they believed that knots could bind or untie magic and so signify eternal life. Knots also serve the practical purpose of physical connection. A loose or untangled knot could mean life or death for a sailor on a rock climber. So how did the knots show up in your dream? Chances are, if you are untangling a knot in a dream, you are working out a problem in your waking life. Think about what you are hoping to straighten out and the patience it may require. Ask, what was tied up in my dream? Did I untangle the knot? What is going on in my waking life that needs to be maybe untangled? And am I making a long-term commitment in my life? After the knots comes the dream symbol labyrinth. A labyrinth is like a maze, except it offers only one path to the center. That sentence alone evokes myriad metaphors for your dream. The most obvious one is that you are traveling a path toward enlightenment to your soul. Many labyrinths are represented in a circular shape, such as a spiral or some variations of a mandala. Carl Jung, in his years of dream work, found his patients dreamed of mandalas and circular paths when they were seeking wholeness. So if you have dreamed of a labyrinth or a mandala, your conscious self may be looking for a relationship with your subconscious world, opening up endless streams of creativity and connectedness. Pay special attention in forthcoming dreams for further symbols of circles, spirals, and paths, which are clues that you are headed in the right direction. They may not be obvious. This is where dream journaling could prove valuable. Ask this: did I reach the center or find my way out of this maze? What obstacles did I face? Was anyone with me? And what inner path am I on right now? And now comes the dream symbol, lion. A common symbol of strength, of courage, and nobility. The lion is one of the most recognizable animals across all cultures. Lions, they show up in myth and folklore and have been immortalized for centuries, such as the protective sphinx in Egypt, or in modern culture, the characters in Disney's The Lion King. Fun fact: Simba isn't just the name of the protagonist. In Swahili, it means both lion and strength. In astrology, the zodiac sign Leo is represented by a lion and ruled by the sun. Can you see the resemblance between a sun's rays and a lion's mane? Typical characteristics of Leos include a strong sense of pride and of leadership. Your instinctual and wild nature may be speaking to you through your dreams when the lion appears. It could be time to step into your power, harness your strength, and lead the pack. Ask this: how did the lion appear in my dream? Was the lion fierce, or was it hunting, or at rest? What areas of my waking life need physical or emotional strength right now? And am I feeling pride over some accomplishment? Now comes the beautiful symbol of the lotus. Lotus flowers, they are beautiful, sculptural, aquatic plants that have the unique capabilities of maintaining a healthy temperature, thriving in low light, and removing toxins from the water. More interestingly, lotus flower seeds can remain dormant for more than 1,000 years before blooming again. They are the national flower of Egypt, India, and Vietnam. Because of their purification process and daily rebirth, they are spiritual symbols in multiple religions, including Hinduism and Buddhism, and so symbolize hope and perseverance. Lotus flowers can get dirty, quite literally, and emerge each day clean and unscathed. Zen Buddhist teacher was known for saying no mud, no lotus, to communicate that without difficulties, our life, the lotus, cannot flourish. When a lotus flower shows up in your dream, it is a reminder to look at your whole self. The lotus's roots, they run very deep, processing impurities, yet projecting beauty. So think about how you process your own dirt and consider whether it is time to make some changes. Ask this: where did the lotus in my dream appear? What color was the lotus? What are some areas in my waking life that need some detoxification? And how do I outwardly project my stress? Next dream symbol is the luggage. It is about, maybe going in vacation. I don't know. We find out. In waking life, luggage or a suitcase typically means upcoming travel. Depending on how you feel about traveling, this could fill you with excitement or with dread. Are you about to embark on a trip in your waking life? And if so, then dreaming of a suitcase could be an extension of this event. If no immediate trips are planned, however, consider the luggage or suitcase to be a symbol of something else, namely you. As with many vessels, like a cup or a house, something that can be filled is often a metaphor for you or someone in your life. Consider your emotions or emotional baggage and how you feel right now. Perhaps a situation in waking life is difficult to carry and you need to unpack it, consolidate it, or lighten the load. Ask, what was the condition of the luggage in my dream? Did I lose the luggage? What was inside my luggage? And what stressors and emotions are filling my brain in my waking life right now? Now we come to the dream symbol makeup. From the earliest times, people have added cosmetic layers to their faces for protection, camouflage, and intimidation. As people evolved, cosmetics became a symbol of status and part of a beautification process. Often far from natural, makeup accentuates or hides features such as arousal, like flushed cheeks and red lips, and can be a bold personal statement. A painted face could very well mean glamour and confidence, but look deeper. Underneath those layers of added protection is your own beautiful face. So think about your insecurities in waking life and what you are covering up. What is this mask protecting? As with many dream symbols, remember to think abstractly. The meaning behind dreaming of makeup could be in words alone, namely, make up. Is there something or someone in your waking life you need to make amends with? So ask this: what kind of makeup were I wearing? How did the final result make me feel? What am I trying to conceal in my waking life? And what is something that needs to be covered up. And now we come to the dream symbol medicine. Medicine exists in a variety of forms, from natural herbs to potent drugs. It can be a touchy subject filled with controversy, but at its core, medicine exists to heal. So use this dream of medicine as a symbol and aha moment. If you dreamed of drugs you currently take, it may be a straightforward anxiety dream, whether about your own health or lack of control over it. But if the medicine showed up unexpectedly, take a look at your real physical and mental health needs right now and what you can do to heal any existing pain. Quick fixes can only last so long, so you may need to make longer lasting improvements in your waking life. Is now the time to take that creative writing class you have been thinking about, or maybe get back into yoga? The medicine you need to feel whole again may look different than a typical pill. You know what they say. Laughter is the best medicine. Why not write yourself a prescription for something that will bring you joy? Ask, what kind of medicine did I take? What were its effects? Did I have health problems in my dream? What is something causing me physical, emotional, or spiritual pain in my waking life? Now we come to the dream symbol mirror. In fairy tales and in magic, mirrors provide a gateway to peer into other worlds, and across many spiritual beliefs, they represent truth and light. In our own day-to-day existence, looking in a mirror can tell us a hard truth about the way we see ourselves. The mirror doesn't say a word, well, unless you are an evil queen, that is, but instead offers an image to help us self-assess. When a mirror shows up in your dream, try to remember your surroundings and who or what was reflected back at you. Was the reflection peering back a surprise? Maybe you were younger or older, or in your eyes prettier or uglier. The word reflection alone can help you gain insight on what your dream message is and what truth you need to hear. So pay attention to the quality of the mirror. Was it shattered, a superstition indicating bad luck, or perhaps a symbol of your emotional state, or was it fogged up and hard to see yourself? If your reflection wasn't clear, think about your inner self and how your insecurities might be projected outwardly. Ask, where was the mirror in my dream? Who or what was reflected in that mirror? How did the reflection make me feel? And what in my waking life needs a fair and unbiased look? Next one is the dream symbol about money. The money cannot buy happiness idiom is a tough one to swallow. At its surface, you would think that of course money can buy happiness, especially when you have financial stressors or a sudden influx of cash. Dreaming of money, though, can help bring to light the values money cannot directly purchase. So look at your dream cash not as something to be used for an exchange of goods, but as an abstract symbol of your emotional, physical, and spiritual wealth. Hitting the jackpot represents luck, abundance, or increased self-worth. Finding your wallet unexpectedly empty indicates the opposite. So where are you rich, and what areas could use some extra spending? Your financial health in these areas can manifest happiness in your waking life, and knowing where you place value can possibly help you understand some of your waking life's financial goals. So ask, did I find or lose money in my dream? How much money was there? What did I do with the money? And what are my needs like in my waking life? Now we come to the dream symbol, the moth. Moths are the nocturnal cousin of the butterfly, and while similar in body structure and metamorphosis, they differ vastly in their cultural and their daily significance. Some moth species are considered pests, destroying crops and clothing, while others are used for their silk production during the cocoon stage. In many cultures, the moth is seen as a bad omen, a harbinger of death. It is said that if one flies in a room when someone is sick, then that person will die, or more positively, that a moth is bringing messages from someone who has recently passed away. In terms of dreaming, when a moth shows up, it might be symbolic of a transformation or a journey. Moths are nocturnal and drawn to light, even at the expense of their own demise. Is there something going on in your waking life that is catching your attention or that you are feeling drawn to? Is it something you need to turn away from or protect yourself, or something to run toward? So ask this: how did the moth appear in your dream? Have I recently lost someone close to me? What are my feelings that I need to draw attention to in my waking life? And am I going through any physical or emotional transformation? Now we come to the dream symbol, mountains. With their peaks pointing toward the heavens, mountains have long been connected to the divine. In Greek mythology, the 12 Olympian gods lived on Mount Olympus. Moses received the 10 Commandments from God atop Mount Sinai. In many religions, mountains are dedicated sacred spaces, housing temples and hosting pilgrims, such as Mount Kailash in Tibet. In their physical sense, mountains are immovable masses of great size and of strength. They cast shadows and inspire humans ready to conquer new heights, to climb their steep slopes. Dreaming of a mountain can be a numinous experience. Waking up from a mountain dream might leave you feeling a sense of awe. So think about your time on the tree mountain and what you were attempting to do. So much of your personal growth is about overcoming obstacles and learning step by step. Did you submit the peak? Take a deep breath and look around, but do not feel too puffed up. Reaching the top is quite an achievement, but it doesn't put you above others, just closer to your highest connected self. So ask these questions. What were I doing? What was I doing on the mountain? Did I climb to the top? What challenges are presented in my waking life right now? And what inner journey am I currently on? And before I close this reading, one more, the symbol of music. The external world can definitely affect your dream state. For example, you have probably heard an alarm go off in your dream only to realize that a clock by your bed is beeping too. Music can also do things, but what about dreams where the music happens all on its own? Whether you are stone deaf or a virtuoso, music is a source of inspiration, of joy, and of the divine. It sets the mood and helps tell a story, and that goes for your dreams as well. Pythagoras, the Greek mathematician and philosopher, believed that music frequency was the sound of celestial bodies and that it connected our mass, science, shapes, and sounds harmoniously. So consider the tone of what you heard and how it made you feel. Was it a romantic ballad or a jaunty melody? Or perhaps you heard something out of tune that left you anxious. And if you are lucky enough to catch some lyrics, write them down. They may hold a key for something you are working out. So ask this, what kind of music was it that I listened to in my dream? Where did it come from? Have I heard it before, the melody or the song or whatever? And what project needs to end on a high note in my life? That was the dream symbol reading for today. I hope you enjoyed it a little bit. I will be back on either Saturday or Sunday with some surprise. I got a new deck. Oh yeah. So we try that out. Okay? So I wish you all a wonderful day. I thank everyone who listened. Take care. Yeah, and the drilling is still going on in my house because we also get a new elevator and they drill like crazy to get that installed. That was all from me for today. You all take care now and goodbye.